Good morning. In this quiet, gentle moment, thank you for taking a few minutes to pause, to settle your spirit, and to step into a space of peace made just for your soul. Life sometimes leaves us with heavier thoughts than we realize. Even one small worry can cast a fog of weariness over an entire morning. There are moments when waves of fear, doubt, or self-blame quietly rise and slip into our minds before we even notice. All of us have lived through moments like these, moments when the mind keeps talking to itself and refuses to rest, moments when negative whispers steal our peace, steal our hope, and make it hard to focus on anything. But this morning is a different kind of gift, a completely new beginning, a gentle reminder that God is still inviting us to let Him enter the darker corners of our thoughts and replace them with the light of truth, of peace, of trust. So today, we will take a small moment to lay down the invisible burdens we've carried for too long and to ask God to renew the way we think so our minds can be lighter, clearer, and more at peace. If you want every morning to begin with this same stillness and softness, you are welcome to subscribe to Graceful Prayers and walk with us through these quiet moments each day. Before we let this morning prayer reach the tired places in your mind, let your heart be anchored first in the words of God, because sometimes Scripture is what pulls us out of mental chaos and brings us back to truth, to peace, and to a clearer path than anything else can. In Romans 12:2, God gives us a powerful reminder. Do not let pressure, fear, or the frantic rhythm of this world shape the way you think. He does not want your mind swallowed by anxiety, comparison, or doubt. He wants to renew you from the inside out, to help you see everything through eyes illuminated by His good and perfect will. That transformation does not come from forcing yourself to think positive, but from letting God guide every thought. Then in Philippians 4:8, we're handed a mental map. Set your mind on what is pure, what is honorable, what brings strength and encouragement. Your mind becomes the place you allow it to dwell. When you nourish it with good and wholesome thoughts, your heart becomes less shaken by the challenges ahead. This verse is like a door that opens a stream of light, helping you escape exhausting thought patterns that have followed you for far too long. And in 2 Corinthians 10:5, God gives us a powerful tool, the ability to identify, confront, and release thoughts that do not belong to Him. We do not let them take root. We do not let them dictate our emotions or decisions. Instead, we bring each thought under the guidance of truth, keeping it in God's light rather than in the shadow of fear. These 3 scriptures are like 3 strong pillars placed firmly in your morning. When your mind rests on them, negative thoughts lose their power to control you, and every moment of today can begin with true peace. Morning is when the mind is most vulnerable. When you first open your eyes, your logic is not fully awake, but your thoughts have already started running. Many people never say it out loud, but they wake up with mental heaviness, a racing heart, or a quiet sense of unease without knowing why. This does not mean you are weak. It simply means your mind carries the weight of everything that remained unresolved the day before. When you end the night with work stress, unfinished conversations, financial pressure, or emotional strain, your mind continues carrying it into the morning. Unresolved fears quietly reappear, pulling you back into thoughts you tried to forget but have not yet released. And when negative thoughts arise, they never come alone. They bring insecurity, self-doubt, and the whispers of self-blame. I'm not good enough. I'll mess up again. Something bad will happen today. Just one thought can weigh down your entire morning, painting everything with a dull, heavy filter. Negative thinking quietly distorts how you see yourself. It makes you overreact to small things. It makes you fear a future that has not happened. It drains your mental strength and keeps your heart tense, always bracing, always defending. And the more you try to push it away, the stronger it returns because the root has not been removed. How many times has one small thought ruined your whole day? How many times have you feared something that never even happened just because your mind imagined the worst? How many mornings have you woken up feeling like you were carrying an invisible backpack heavier than your own body? Those moments do not prove that you are weak. They simply reveal that the silent battle in your mind is real. It shows up when you think you're strongest, and it shows up when you're most exhausted. But the most important truth is this: you do not fight alone. God sees every thought, every worry, every shadow you don't even know how to name. He knows how quickly the mind can slip into chaos when you no longer have the strength to hold your peace. And He stands ready to step in, to reorder, to heal, to renew you from the very roots. So if your mind is tired, if you are longing to break free from the cycle of negative thinking, allow your heart to pause for a moment. Now, let us step into prayer, asking God to renew our thoughts, heal our minds, and lead us back to the path of peace. Lord, this morning I come before you with a sincere and humble heart. There are things I carry inside that I cannot say to anyone. There are thoughts I do not know how to express. There are quiet worries that weigh heavily on my mind. You see every bit of it, even when I have no words at all. Please see the weariness in my mind. Please see the invisible burdens I have tried to carry on my own for so many days. I open my heart before you. Please step in and stay with me. Lord, I confess that sometimes my own thoughts are what exhaust me the most. There are moments when I worry about things that haven't happened. Moments when I fear failure before I even begin. Moments when I blame myself for things I cannot control. Moments when I feel not enough, not worthy, not as strong as I wish I could be. These quiet fears pull my spirit down and make me forget that you are always with me. Lord, please renew my mind. Take away the confusion and fill my heart with your peace. Replace my doubts with trust. Replace negative thoughts with your promises. Teach me to see everything today through eyes full of hope. Help me think according to truth, not according to fear. Help me pause before negative thoughts claim a place in my heart. Lord, there are memories I thought I had forgotten, yet they still leave marks on my mind. Words that once wounded me, expectations that made me fear not being good enough, small failures that I punished myself for far too long. Please touch the places I have not dared to touch. Please heal the old wounds so they no longer lead my thoughts. Help me look back at my past with compassion, not with self-condemnation. Lord, please guard my mind throughout this entire day. Please protect me from overwhelming worries, from the self-criticism that wounds my own heart, and from comparing myself to others. Place a circle of peace around my thoughts, so when negativity comes knocking, I remember I can return to you. So when my mind begins to drift toward the shadows, you pull me back into the light. Lord, this morning I lay before you everything waiting for me ahead. Give me strength to face my work with calm. Give me patience as I am with my family. Give me clarity in every conversation, every decision, every choice. And give me steadiness when the unexpected arrives. I know that if my thinking is anchored in you, I can stand firm through every challenge today. Cover my mind with a peace that words cannot describe, a peace not born from circumstances but from your presence. Let your peace lead every choice, every emotion, every reaction I make today. When my thoughts begin to tremble, remind me that you are near. When I feel afraid, remind me that your hand is holding mine. When I feel weak, remind me that your strength is enough for me. Lord, thank you for the renewal you are working in my mind. Thank you that you never abandon me in my weakest moments. Thank you that you see what is hidden deep inside even when I cannot speak it aloud. Thank you that today I step into a new day with thoughts that are healed, lighter, and guided. May my heart always remember, I do not think alone. I do not fight alone, for you are with me in every breath, in every thought, in every step I take. Now, as your heart grows quieter, take a gentle moment to ask yourself, this morning, what is taking up space in your mind? What thought keeps repeating until it wears you down? Is there something you've carried so long that it has become a habit, even though you know it no longer serves your soul? Perhaps it's a fear about the future. Perhaps it's the feeling of not being good enough. Perhaps it's an old memory that still aches when you remember it. Or maybe it's just one careless sentence someone once said that has echoed inside you far more than you ever wanted. Be honest with yourself. Name the thing that weighs your mind down, and when you know what it is, try something simple. Write it down, look at it directly, and then erase it. Not because it never existed, but because it no longer needs to be something you carry. If you cannot write it down, place your hand over your heart. Take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, imagine that very thing leaving your mind, softly, without force, without resistance, simply letting it go. Scripture says, bring your thoughts into obedience to God's truth. That means you do not have to fight every thought on your own. You do not have to win every battle in your mind by sheer strength. You simply bring your thoughts back to their rightful place, into truth, into peace, into the light that guides you. When you surrender your thoughts to God, you don't lose anything. You only release the burdens you were never designed to carry forever. And in this quiet moment, let your heart recognize something true. You deserve a gentler morning. You deserve thoughts that bring hope. You deserve the peace God longs to give you. Now that your mind is resting in His peace, let your mouth speak the seeds that will shape your entire day. Repeat them softly in your heart, or whisper them aloud if you can. Today, my mind is renewed. I choose peace over worry. I choose God's truth over fear. I choose hope over the thoughts that drain me. Say even more, I am not shaped by negativity. My mind is guarded by God's peace. I think clearly. I walk steadily. I am led. I am loved. And I am lifted. And finally, I enter this new day with a bright heart, a light mind, and the confidence that God walks with me. These declarations are not meant to ignore hardship, but to remind you that your mind always has a choice to turn toward the light instead of the dark, and that God continually gives you strength to think differently, to live differently, and to move through this day with real peace. May the peace of God cover your thoughts in every moment today. May His gentleness be the shield that protects your mind from every disturbance. May quiet joy settle on your steps, so that even when circumstances shift, your heart remains steady and clear. May kindness and hope follow you in every word you speak, every decision you make, every person you meet, and may the light of God chase away every shadow in your soul, so that wherever fear or doubt once lived, today there will be peace, clarity, and a tender trust in Him. May you walk through this new day with a light heart, a supported mind, and the deep assurance that God is walking with you in every breath and every moment. If this prayer has brought peace to your mind, you are welcome to subscribe to Graceful Prayers so every morning can begin with this same gentle stillness. Leave a comment saying, God, renew my mind, so we can lift one another up in prayer and faith. Thank you for spending this morning here. I'll see you in the next prayer.